Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hope everyone's okay. Today I've come on to do the second episode of the Junk Mail Journal following Izzy at Izzybee Creations tutorial that she did about 4 months or so ago. Anyway, so this is what we've done. We've made a little junk journal out of mail and junk mail, and this is some Amazon packaging. We've covered it with some material, and then inside we've got a mixture of different envelopes, junk mail envelopes, which we'll collage. We sewed in the signature with some twine, or she used baker's twine. So so that's going to be wrapped around like that and will be tied like that. So today we're going to cover the front and the back, and it's just going to be collage. Now I haven't got a specific kit for this, I'm just using what I've got, and I want to do it in the fairy theme because I've been following Tanya at Tatty Treasures hashtag Woodland Wonders with fairies and woodland creatures. So I thought that's what we would do. So I've got some bits here from doing the fairy Woodland Wander challenge, and so let's get started. So I've got some bits already cut out, so I thought we would layer up this with this piece. This is a sheet of Leanna scraps, one of her background pieces, and I thought that would go nicely on there. Then I thought we could have some book dictionary page. This is a digital dictionary page. I'm just trying to think where this came from. I can't actually remember now. No, sorry, I can't remember. So I thought, as it had fairy on it here, I'd put it, and it's got Fairyland and Fairy Ring, I kind of put it in on here somewhere. And then I've got this lovely piece that I was sent as a bit of happy mail by Dee at Junk Journal UK. Oh, I can't remember. I'm sorry, Dee. Gosh. Anyway, you will have seen it in a previous video when I showed it to you, and I opened her order that I got from her. And so these are my Porsche prints. These are out of a sheet that I bought of her fairy ephemera. So I really like that rabbit, so I quite like him to go up here somewhere, or maybe she could go up there and he could go down here, maybe. And then one of her book plates, and I've got some lovely mushrooms here that are from, now these I think are the Copy Crafters sheet. And we've got some words, fairy magic, which I thought would fit on the book plate there. So that's kind of how I wanted it. Not quite, I don't know where this should go really, whether the rabbit should be at the top, and then we could put these all down here like this. So I think that would be quite nice, like that. I really like that, I think that's pretty. We made some ephemera in the Woodland Wander challenge, so we can use that in here at some point later on. So let's get this stuck down. Okay, I'm going to ink around the edges of everything. First of all, I'm just using my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide today. So I did wonder whether to use a different kit, you know. I don't know, I quite like, because I want to sort of use up some things I've got. So I thought this would be ideal to to use it as, you know, a little journal for the fairies, really, and the woodland creatures. So that's what I've decided anyway. Whoops. Bit fiddly these, aren't they? And Izzy at Izzybee Creations, and I'll link all the shops below anyway, and the links and the YouTube channel. She is a very good collager. Just going to trim that round a bit more. Yeah, she's very good at collaging, so I thought, well, I would continue my practicing of collaging and do something similar. So this might have come from the old design shop, you know, this might have been one of theirs, or I might have got it from the Graphics Fairy, which is an online website where you can join and get some free graphics if you want to. Okay, so I think we'll link round the folder itself, this journal, at the end. I think that's what we'll do. So let's get some of these things down. Okay, so let's bring the glue book in, and we will use that glue stick and some of my Cosmic Shimmer, I think, today. Yeah, I'm very keen to find out how this is going to turn out, this little junk mail journal. I think it's such a great idea, it really is. So I want this to not quite be at the edges. Just leave a little bit of room around it, like so. Press down. Just put a little bit more glue there. Yes, it's always the corners. When I use a glue stick, it's always the corners that seem to need a bit of extra strengthening. So that's that bit. So we're going to put this in the sort of on top. So I think maybe we'll have it kind of to the side, like that. And just having a look now. So quite like the rabbit down there, and this lovely fairy here would be nice. So I'm just going to see now where I would put these mushrooms. So I've got them, they're various sizes. I quite like them like this. And then the book plate up here with this fairy magic on the front there. So quite like that as it is. Okay, just thinking, do I need anything else on here? Would that be enough? What else have we got? Yes, let's put those down for now and we'll see how that looks. So I want to put this young lady on first. Yeah, I got a bit behind with my videos again this week because we went to Maisie's little birthday party, her second birthday little gathering with just close family, and that was on Sunday afternoon. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of August, and we had a lovely time. She had some beautiful presents and she really did. Goodness me, this doesn't want to come out today. She really did enjoy herself, I think. Anyway, it wasn't until the next day that her cousins, my daughter Charlotte's partner's sister, came with her daughter, who's 12, and so Maisie's cousin, poor thing, she tested positive the next day for COVID. So naturally, I went with, my husband wasn't feeling well, so he didn't come, and we weren't in close contact with her, you know, because we weren't doing any kind of hugging and kissing and that sort of thing. So, you know, we kind of were in and out really of 2 rooms, and Charlotte had a buffet, and that was lovely. And anyway, she tested positive for COVID the next day, so I went with Rachel and Harry, and as Rachel and I both work for the NHS, naturally we had to let them know, and of course then, you know, we had to do PCR tests. So we did a PCR test on Monday. I did mine at 6 in the evening. That was the soonest kind of that I could get to. And even though I'd done a lateral flow test the day before on the Saturday, which was negative, and so had Rachel, we had to do this PCR, so off we went. I did the drive-in one. It was really amazing. Absolutely take my hat off to the people there that were running it. It was just amazing. You know, we got that done, and I was on tenterhooks all of yesterday, so I wasn't in the right frame of mind, to be honest, to do anything, because I had to keep waiting for the phone to ring. So I used my phone for videoing my YouTube videos, and I daren't start doing a video. I daren't try even to do one, because the phone was likely to ring. So I had to ring my work. They have a sickness absence reporting system called First Care. So you have to ring them and let them know what's happened, even before you get the result and all of that. So we did that, and that was okay. And then then they let your line managers know. So then I emailed my whole team and said I wouldn't be able to come into work because I wasn't allowed in the office until I got the result of the PCR test. So that was that. And so luckily enough I could work from home. So I worked from home yesterday and waited for the result. So the result came in and it was negative, so that was great. So I'd already had a chat with Oc Health, because as soon as First Care notify them, they then ring you to ask you all these questions to establish what sort of contact you had. And oh, goodness me, what was such a palaver. So I got the negative result, absolutely cock-a-hoop, because we're going to Ireland on the 1st of September. And at one point, I didn't think I'd be able to go. And I was just looking to see if I had any scraps of lace. I could put a bit of lace on here somewhere. Yeah, so anyway, they now say they have to triage you. So they said, oh, the infection control people will have to ring you later. You're going to get a series of phone calls. So that's why I couldn't do anything. And I thought, goodness me. So I waited and waited for these phone calls. There's nothing worse than having to wait, you know, waiting for someone to ring you and see, you know. I think I might put a little bit there. I quite like that. And let's see if we've got a little label we can put on. Just a tiny one, really. Yeah, so it was a funny day yesterday. And of course on Sunday I didn't get anything done because I was out there. We didn't get home until, oh gosh, it was quite late in the evening. Well, I say late, it was, I don't think we left Charlotte's until, I don't know really. I don't think I got home until after 7. Anyway, by then I'd, you know, completely pooped and decided to just give it a miss, because there's no, I'm not very good at doing videos when I'm tired, you know, things don't always go right. So, you know, I think it's best just to leave it. So I didn't get anything done that day, needless to say. Waited all day yesterday for these phone calls. So then I had another Oc Health phone call in the afternoon, and basically what they're saying is, even though I'm negative, from a work point of view, I have to isolate only for work, not for socialising or doing anything personal, not having to isolate in my own home or anything like that, just having to isolate for work purposes. So I can't go into the office, which is a bit of a nuisance when I'm going to be off. So basically I'm not going to be back in the office now until after I get back from my holiday in Ireland, which won't be until September. So we're going from the 1st to the 10th of September, so won't be back in the office or able to go back until the 13th of September, which is going to be very difficult and it's going to put pressure on my team. I just wondered whether to put this label on, but on reflection, I don't know whether they add anything, to be honest, or not. Yeah, I think we'll leave those for now. Anyway, let's put this bit of material on. So I think I'll use the art glitter for this, because I know it will stick down light material. Yes, so that was an awful day yesterday, waiting and waiting and waiting to see whether, you know, I would be positive or not. Awful. So, you know, you just have to be, well, you just don't know. I mean, she's 12, so I kind of don't think too much of the children having it. It's more been more focused on adults and things. So I do like that there. And maybe we'll put another piece of this. Let's find another piece. We'll put a little piece of this, I think. Maybe down here. Should be quite nice. Have a piece there. Or should we have a piece here? I think I'll put it along here. So let's have a look. Yes, I apologise that I didn't get any videos up from after Saturday, really. Well, I'm so relieved because, and my husband was so relieved because, you know, obviously thought, well, I wouldn't be able to go, which he obviously would have had to go on his own, and that would have been awful, really. So that there and that there, I like those. Okay, so I think we'll leave that now like that, because we can always add to it. You know, that's the beauty of it, you know, as we go through this book, because the next episode we'll be starting to collage and cover these. So I will get some background papers printed off. I'll have a look through the ones I've got. So now we'll turn it over and we'll do the back. Okay, I'm just going to pin this. Yes, and Rachel was negative too, so we're both relieved, because poor Rachel, you know, she's in a fairly new job and she's already had to isolate for 10 days with Harry when he came back from Cornwall with it. So I've got some bits here. So I've got some nice tea-stained paper, which I thought would be nice. And some scraps of other paper here, which is a nice sort of colour, I thought. And maybe we'll have some book page here, like so. We just want something else maybe to go down the middle. So I have got, so what we could do, I think, is possibly mirror the paper on the front. We could put that down here like this. I think that would be quite nice. Like so. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Now, these are not straight edges, they are torn. Everything's been torn. So, all the edges. I'll just take a bit off that out of here, actually. Yeah, so, you know, I thought to myself, I've dodged this, working in the hospital, I've dodged this for nearly 2 years. And suddenly have to do a PCR test, you know. But the setup, because I did a driving clinic, and you can do a walk-in clinic for the PCR, or you can actually ask for the test to be posted to you, and then you do it at home, and you then post it straight back, and obviously it's given priority. I've already inked around this, I think. Yeah, so just make that a little bit rougher, even though it's, if I tear the edges, they do look a little bit kind of more grungy. Yeah, so bit of a scare really, and I could not concentrate even on work at home yesterday. You know, I just felt really restless, and having to wait for phone calls is just, you know, horrible. So I think today when I because this is first thing in the morning before I even start work, I'm doing this video to get one in. So I thought maybe we could put some of these bits of doily on, would be nice. And perhaps we will put, let's see, we've got more of this, I think. We'll just have a little bit of this dictionary, digital dictionary, and we will just have a little piece of that on there as well, I think. So kind of here, something. Oh, I don't like the words on that. It's all about swindle and fraud and cheat. That's not really, no, none of those are really. Well, this bit would be quite nice. This is fairness and fairly, so that's all right. I don't want anything negative on here. There's enough negativity in the world at the moment. Okay, so we're going to put, I think, these doilies on. So I think we'll have them kind of like that in the corners. This is my feeling. So collage it up a bit like that. And then I've cut out my Porsche Prince Fairy Ephemera kit. I've printed out this nice vine with roses on, which I thought was very pretty. And then I've got one of the fairies from Adamo Prince Ephemera, Fairy Ephemera. And this is my Porsche Prince. So like the rabbit on the front, I thought we'd mirror it with the fox on the back, because I do love it. I love the way that it's got a garland of flowers, and these obviously all match in. So kind of was thinking of having it something like this. Maybe we could have that like this, and fox down here, something like that anyway. And I did print out a couple of words to go on the back, and they are woodland friend, because the fox would be their woodland friend. So I thought that would be quite nice. And for this one, we could also have another piece of this lace so that we've got some continuity on the back. So we can have a piece of this, so maybe somewhere like that. And at the same time, we could just see if I've got any bits of if I've got any odd scraps of the webbing. I keep them on the shelf so we could get the webbing out. Just get that out and maybe have a little bit of webbing with the words on, like so. Just snip into that a bit so it's not so square. Okay, so that would be quite nice there, I think, with those words on. So let's get these down. Okay, so I've inked around all the bits of paper, so I've got to ink around these pretty fairies, this little duo who are just sitting in the trees. that. And this gorgeous fox, who is their woodland friend. Like so. So that's all inked around. Oh, we need to ink around this. This is going to be tricky, isn't it? So yes, I had to, before I got my test result, I had to try and keep away from my husband in the house, which is not easy. Not easy at all. To not sleep in the same room and all that, because I didn't want to give it to him, because at least wanted him to be able to go over and stay with his parents, who he hasn't seen for 2 years nearly. So that was all a bit difficult really, but there were worse things, I guess. So let's get some of these down. So take those off for a minute. So, and this. So I think we'll put this down first. So let's have that. Maybe we'll turn it round because we've got this printed. Let's just put. It's difficult, isn't it? It's early morning. It's not even 7:30 in the morning, and already my neighbours are out chatting outside. Sorry about that. It's typical, isn't it? Even this early in the morning. Oh, I just can't get away from it. Oops. I have to be very careful with this dictionary paper. It's very thin. Never mind. It is what it is, isn't it? Can't predict what other people are going to do. Okay, so I think we'll put this down the middle. So there's a bit of continuity then with the other side. Right, put that down here, like so. Or maybe actually, maybe I'll put it across there, because there's a tiny gap there. I can just see a bit of the writing for the packaging. So that's good. Okay, so I wanted to put this on in this corner up here. This is like tea stain doily. I just shut my window. there's someone else now wittering on. I mean, Alan's got, next door neighbour's got the builder there, so I think they're having a chat outside. Okay, and then I wanted to kind of mirror that and have that one down there. Like so. To be very careful with these, they're very delicate too, especially once you've dyed them. Seem to change the kind of, what's the word, texture of them. Right, we just get that pressed down rather than trying to do it with my fingers where it keeps coming back up. Okay, so I'm happy with that the way it is. Okay, so it's just a matter now of, I think we'll have these up here and possibly have this vine coming up like this, and we have the fox here, I think. Let's put him on. He's got a very big bushy tail. So perhaps we'll have him, I didn't want him on the same side as them. Perhaps we'll have him there and these down here. Kind of have this vine going up like this, I think. Maybe have these sitting on it. That would be nice, I think. Have them sitting on it. So down here we'll have Woodland Friend. Like so. Okay, so I think it'd be quite nice to have something else in that corner. Maybe we'll put another mushroom on. So I've got long scissors. Just got one here I can quickly cut out. That would be nice. Let's get a wriggle on so I can start work. I do apologise for any talking you can hear. I'm sorry about that. Never known anything like it, really. I think I'm more worried about it than everyone else, so apparently, according to my husband. So yeah, I think we have that kind of like that, with that up there would be lovely. I think I'm very happy with that. So let's get this Mr. Fox down. He's on the thin card, so just want to give him a bit of extra. Oh dear. Okay, and we will then put this, I think, up here like this. Lots of angles of leaves on this one to glue. So that's kind of where I want it, like this. That's it. And then this pair of pretty fairies. And they're going to go here, I think, like so. And we'll put this mushroom down. Kind of have it at an angle, I think. And just looking, do we need all of this? We'll just cut it down a tad at the side. And then there, like so. Oh, all glue on my mat after I washed it all the other day. So I'm going to give that a press down for a few seconds. Okay, then I don't know if you have a bit of that here maybe. Have that here. Okay. Just having a quick look, see now. Have I got a number label? It would be nice to use maybe down here. Something a bit darker perhaps. Quite nice. That stands out more, doesn't it? The green. That might be a bit too big. Oh, I quite like that one, so you could have that one, I think. Let's trim that a tiny bit. You can tell it's early in the morning because I'm not very talkative, am I? You're probably glad about that, actually. Get things done quicker. Just put that there like so. and I think I will have a tiny bit more of this lace. I'm going to put it along here. Like this. Like that, just to give it a bit more interest. So there we have the back and the front. So I'm quite happy with that, because we've got Fairyland and Fairy Ring. You can see that there, Fairy Magic. And oh yeah, and you know, when we finish doing the inside, we might look again at the covers and see if we can add anything. Oops. So let's pin those and cap this. Put these away. Oh, sorry. Right. And there we have our junk mail journal covers covered, front and back, like that. Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a good day, everyone. I must get to work now. Take care. Bye bye.